Okay, so my movie Archetype is based on the damsel in distress. And the word damsel derives from the French word demoiselle, that means young lady. The damsel in distress, or the persecuted woman, is usually a beautiful woman that is being held captive by the antagonist. Someone rescues her, mainly the main character, and they end up getting married. For example, think of Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Belle, Snow White, most of the Disney princesses. In the story, although there's some differences, they're usually in a situation by Maleficent, um, Cinderella's stepmother, and so on and so forth. The antagonist, basically. Then the prince or the beast comes and eventually saves her, to which they end up falling in love and getting married. It's one of the oldest female archetypes, and it can be traced all the way back to Greek mythology, where they would save helpless women from being sacrificed to the gods. And in the stories, the women usually do not realize their potential until a man comes and saves her. And now it's not been getting as much credit as it usually was before. For example, tales like Sleeping Beauty and Snow White, like there's things that we grew up with, but it was different times back then. But now, like The Princess Bride, even then, is starting to show how women are in a way starting to stand up for themselves. And one of the most recent examples I can give is The Hunger Games, where Katniss and Peeta are the main characters, but in the story, it's Katniss that is trying to save the world, basically. And in older times, it would be Katniss, the one who's a damsel in distress. Peeta would come and save her, and then they'll get married. But now, because of modern feminism, Katniss is the one who is saving the world instead of the guy, where she doesn't need a man to rely on. And lately, the damsel in distress has been given a bad rap because, with like I said, with modern feminism, the female is usually seen as weak, helpless, where her only power is in her beauty. And as much as beauty is great, I guess, you don't want to be known only for your beauty. Take, for example, Daphne in Scooby-Doo. Daphne gets caught in mostly every episode, but she has nothing really to contribute other than the fact that she's beautiful. Velma is the brains, but she never gets captured. Scooby-Doo and Shaggy always are the funny aspect. Fred is basically the brains. But Daphne, when it comes to solving the mystery, Daphne doesn't really have anything to contribute because she's the damsel in distress. She's the one who has to get captured because she's pretty. And the female archetype of the damsel in distress has been given a bad name for that. But lately, it's been getting a different toll on it because people are realizing that it's not always bad to be pretty, but it's also not good to just be empowered by your beauty, that you have to get into these types of situations. So the female archetype of the damsel in distress it's been like basically like loosey goosey kind of, because it's something that we hold because we grew up with the fact, like I keep mentioning, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Snow White, but it's also something that, especially women who follow feminism, are like, no. But yeah, and that's my female archetype.